energy? Can you feel the electricity? Can you feel the excitement?
The buzz in this arena is absolutely nuclear. We are going to see some incredible action, some scores to be set.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Smackdown Women's Championship.
It's boss time.
The standard, the blueprint, one of the most accomplished competitors in the women's division, period.
A Grand Slam champion in WWE has won the Raw, Smackdown, and NXT women's titles, as well as the women's tag team titles.
How about the time she competed in the main event of WrestleMania against Bianca Belair?
You should get one of those rings that say Graves on it, like Sasha has.
I'll pass. Here comes the queen, the franchise, and the self-proclaimed opportunity.
You know, the WWE Universe, at least many in it, believe that she's been handed title opportunities in main events.
Well, many of those same doubters live in their parents' basements, Cole. I wouldn't necessarily value their opinion. This is Charlotte Flair. This is the queen. This is the opportunity.
So, Byron, from your parents' basement, what do you feel about Charlotte Flair?
First of all, I moved out last week, Michael. And second of all, I do think Charlotte's ego can be a bit out of control at times.
After everything Charlotte Flair has accomplished in her career, her ego is allowed to be as big as it possibly can be.
She's got an amazing robe.
Saxton, how have you not learned by now? You need to open the ropes for the queen.
Corey, haven't you heard? I'm no longer on road duty.
Oh, I didn't get that memo.
Introducing the challenger from Boston, Massachusetts, Sasha Banks. And introducing the champion from the Queen City, the Smackdown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair.
And we're about to see a chapter in the history of the SmackDown Women's title.
And the SmackDown Women's Championship fast becoming one of the most prestigious titles in all of WWE.
Multiple historic WrestleMania main events will do that to a championship. Every woman in this industry wants to add their name to this title
illustrious heritage.
The boss showing wherewithal.
Running clothesline.
Well scouted by Charlotte.
Charlotte Flair and Sasha both know each other so well, both in and out of the ring. And let's face it, Charlotte has a physical advantage. Therefore, Banks,
Take off.
nobody home for that one.
Countering the Queen. Look at this, Byron.
Oh, look at this submission. Butterfly lock with the leg.
Oh, slipped through and escaped. That was pretty.
Shinbreaker. Turning the tables there. Oh, my Lord.
The champ taking their share of hits now.
Trampling the opposition. Some serious damage to the arm being inflicted here. These two showing how well scouted they each are.
Right on the arm.
Wow, what a shot.
Kick to the gut. Uh-oh, here it is.
Uh-oh, new champion. 1, 2. Emphatic kick out from the champion.
She just won't stay down.
She flips it back on her. In control here with a swinging neck breaker.
Textbook.
Look at this, Byron.
Getting it cinched in.
Oh, look at this. Oh, slipped through and escaped. That was pretty.
Signature for the win to retain the championship.
1, 2. Oh, it's still no. Title's still on the line.
I was sure this one was over. Charlotte Flair can taste the victory moments away. They're trying desperately to find a way out of the figure eight.
Successfully so.
Yeah, but the damage has been done.
Knife edge chop. Woo! Pin attempt for the championship.
1, 2, 3. Retains the title.
Now let's take another look at these wonderful women in action.
Here is your winner, and still the Smackdown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair!
Could this chapter have been the end of this long, storied rivalry between Charlotte and Sasha Banks?
I certainly hope so. Charlotte Flair continued.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
Hello, I am Elias. And as the man who holds the power of the wind in his fist, I've got one question for everybody here tonight. Who wants to walk with Elias? Now, I have been all across the world. I've been to Paris, I've been to Italy, all across Europe, South America, South Africa, you name it. Elias has been there and it has brought me here tonight. And it seems everywhere I go, no matter what I do, a universal truth follows me. and I am certain that everyone here knows it. It is that WWE stands for. I said WWE stands for. Well, I gotta tell you, I certainly came prepared with a song tonight, but before I get started, I need you all to do a few things for me. I need you to silence your cell phones, hold your applause, and shut your mouths. I'm waiting for a town that's not such a disgrace. But I see so many stupid people, I wanna punch them in the face. I'm waiting for a town that's not such a disgrace. But I see so many stupid people, I wanna punch them in the face.
Fight, Owens, fight! Here we go, Extreme Rules match time. No disqualification, no count out. Anything goes. Hashtag Extreme Rules if you want to get in on the conversation.
You can tell that each superstar is coming into this match a little extra cautious, a little more nervous because of the uncertainty an Extreme Rules match presents.
There's a double leg drop.
Grabs the leg.
Look at this, he just tossed the leg.
Elias gets intercepted.
Oh, and soon we could be seeing a submission here.
It's not embarrassing to tap, and he very quickly counters.
Forearm club.
Oh, hard impact in the corner.
In full control here. Face first in the turnbuckle.
You know what I love about an Extreme Rules match? It's a chance to think outside the box and inflict some truly inventive pain on your opponent.
It's also a chance to be on the receiving end of that inventive pain. But you're right, Corey. Getting creative could be the best way to get ahead in this match. Impressive counter by KO.
Lands in the drop zone.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
He's positioning himself, closing in.
Being carried around with ease. Oh, tossed aside.
Oh, look out. Got the knees up just in time. Big forearm.
Owens sent flying. Out of the ring, what's his plan here?
He's got a kendo stick, a weapon we've seen used to great effect time and time again.
Elias fends that off. Down right on the neck.
Now he's been put on the defensive. Oh, knee to the face.
That's gonna hurt.
Drops the hammer.
Right on the lower back.
Oh, that'll break his arm. Vicious. Ah, what a smash.
That is just insulting.
Oh, that hurt right to the kidney.
Golly. Kevin Owens with the torture rack.
Oh, into the neck breaker. Able to sidestep it.
He'll head to the ring. Re-entering the ring now.
Time to go home. Boom, big time driver.
Just look at KO taking control here.
Owens is holding nothing back. Picture perfect.
His shoulders are down. 1, 2. He gets the shoulder up in 2.
He's determined to keep this matchup going.
KO lining it up. Could be just moments.
Hits the stunner. Elias' eyes look glazed over.
And Kevin Owens picks up the win. Extreme Rules is not for the faint of heart, as you can see in these highlights.
Here is your winner, Kevin Owens!
Cementing their name after that match.
Definitely earning those accolades with that win.
I gotta hand it to KO. He brought out the prize fighter in him to win this match.
Finally, you...
Here we go. Johnny Drip Drip and MCMIZ.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, partners in crime with incredible chemistry.
Came up in WWE together, now both at their most successful.
The greatest tag team of the 21st century.
Time to party with the Profits.
Matchups like these are why I love tag team wrestling.
Raw tag team titles hang in the balance as superstars square off in this tag team match, and we are starting things off with The Miz and John Morrison. And across from them, they will be squaring off with Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford.
The champs are not going down without a fight, but the challengers really seem ready for the challenge tonight.
I think this is going to be a dugout brawl on another level because neither of these teams want to go home without the title.
Well measured. And look at this now. Yes, applause.
Good job getting to the ropes there.
Yeah, that could have been bad.
To the gut. Double underhook.
Are we going to see it?
There it is. Breaker. Into the pin attempt. Gets the shoulder up after one.
Still has enough energy for the simple kick out.
Clean tag for his partner. And he saw that coming from Montez.
Ford did his homework there.
Look at this, going counter for counter. Finds the advantage after a string of counters.
Inverted backbreaker. Ow. Gets tagged in. Placing them into the corner.
Rowdy combo unleashed.
Alley-oop. A big splash. Oh, God, that hurt. Tags him in.
Morrison sidesteps.
Big impact off the neck breaker.
In comes The Miz.
And Ford had it scouted.
Look at this.
Oh, from the rope.
Oh, did you see that?
There's the tag.
Right to the back. Miz with awesome awareness.
The champ now absorbing a little damage. He's returning fire. Downward DDT. Oh, no. He's tagging out.
Montez Ford up top.
From the top. Elbow drop. Champ's got the pin to retain. 2, kick out. Almost to 3.
You have to think this battle is starting to weigh down on him.
You doing here, Corey?
Look at the torque. There's no escape from the camel clutch.
The Miz slipped right underneath, and just like that, he's out of the hold.
Kick by The Miz. DDT.
Tagged into action. Here's a pin for the title. 1, 2. And the champ didn't finish it.
Montez Ford so elusive.
Tagging his partner in now. Into the corner he goes, a perfectly placed target. Challenger's a little worse for wear now.
Nice takedown.
His attack gets reversed. Standing moonsault. Oh, what a kick. Ooh. In comes The Miz.
Dawkins avoids that one.
Champ looking to end this.
Miz kicked out of 2.5.
I thought he had him.
As close to 3 as you could possibly get without the bell ringing.
Tagged into the action. There's the backbreaker. Neckbreaker. Here he comes off the tag. Oh, look at this. Set him up. Oh, an inverted DDT. The champ trying to roll with these hits. Down with the leg drop. Now a pin for the championship. No, the champ holds on.
Now is not the time to wallow in disbelief. Pressure must be kept on.
Placed in the corner.
Here's a tag. Opponent off the ropes.
And down with a backdrop.
Ooh, treading all over their opponent. Ford did his homework there.
Miz counters with an attack. Tag made, tag made, tag made.
Morrison's in a bind. Powerful suplex toss.
Down he goes.
Oh, right to the kidneys. Just the champion into the cover. He breaks the ref's count before 2.
I'm just as shocked as everyone else, Cole, his opponent included.
Dawkins is focused on finishing this. The champ has this one in hand now.
Makes a cover. A kick out.
The champion's shock is palpable. The champ will have to dig deeper now.
Will that be the last opportunity? Is there still enough left in these men? I don't think any of these superstars are going to show any quit at this point.
Never say die attitude on full display.
Throwing down across the back.
Scores the reversal on Miz. Look at this.
Snap suplex.
Those last hits rattled the champ.
These two teams have gone to war, Cole. Here it comes.
We can have a new champion.
That's gotta be it. 2, 3, no, a 2 count.
We knew it was not going to be an easy task to put the champion away, and that's being proven right now.
More like the champion's proving that sooner perish than lose their title.
And guys, The Miz is incredulous. He expected to have his hand raised by now, but it didn't happen. Poised in the corner across the ring. Blockbuster. Heading up, he's thinking big. Star frog splash. Now that is why they're the champ. And he makes the save for his team.
Bodies have been decimated, fortitude has been tested, and these fans are showing their approval of these superstars' performances. A spectacular maneuver.
Oh, that'll weaken your arm.
Enough already.
Rear chin lock, and now just rapid fire punches. Face first into the snapmare driver.
Oh, right to the kidneys. The challenger being outclassed here.
These are dire straits for him. He needs to be extra cautious now.
Going up top.
Tag.
From the top. Shot punch. Landed. And after that, you know things have just kicked up a notch.
Pedal to the metal right now. Ridiculous standing shooting star.
The stomping
every single part of his body. Right to the kidneys. Return fire from Montez Ford. Oh, man, inverted backbreaker. Ow. Attack after attack on target.
Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. This fight is pumping him up.
The ref may call a count out soon, guys.
You do not want to test this ref.
Drop kick hits the mark. The challenger is in some big trouble.
This is a very dangerous situation now.
Oh, what a counter. Caving in the abdomen.
He's reminding his competition that they'll only ever be second best.
He may not be aware of the count. He's got to get back in. Tag made. Fresh man in.
Super kick.
Stop in the leg.
Heartbreaker.
Ford from way up top. Another big move.
Five-star frog splash. 2-2. He's ejected from the ring.
The suspense this crowd is feeling is palpable.
They are waiting with bated breath for what's to come next.
Partner tags in. Definitely not where you want to be right now. Just carried like a ragdoll here.
Morrison was ready for that. And a clothesline.
He got whipped into that corner. Oh, man. Shot right to the midsection.
There's some power behind that punch.
Oh, shot right to the kidney. And again.
Great way to wear down your opponent. Climbing up top. He's got big plans. I think we know what's coming next.
On the top. He's in off the tag. Fresh man in.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Quick strike to the lower body. That got turned around on Dawkins.
DDT.
Spiked. Great agility. With a critically timed maneuver.
You have to imagine.
Oh, guys, watch this. Attacking athleticism with a 450.
The champ's eyes look glazed over.
2, maybe not.
The breakup.
Oh, flipping the script on him there. Left by the turnbuckles. The chest. Consecutive attacks keeping Dawkins off his game.
Such a string of intensity exuding out of Morrison.
Oh, a jumping arm breaker.
Lining up something big.
What are we going to see?
Blockbuster.
And the champion finally ready to put this one away.
And he makes the save for his team.
This is truly awesome.
Sit down, gourd buster. Oh, man, landing awkwardly. Looking for a high-risk move.
He's going back to the well.
refusing to let this opportunity slip away.
And who knows if there'll be another shot. You can't give up now.
That was plan A, and it didn't work. He must be thinking about plan B at this point. Makes the cover. No, didn't get it.
I am shaking my head in disbelief over how he managed to get the shoulder up.
And an neckbreaker, vintage Miz.
Enough already. Well, figure four is locked in.
Oh! Saving his team. Look at this. Snap suplex. Moving into the cover with the title on the line.
New champion, new champion.
2, 3.
And the tag titles change hands here tonight.
We've got some highlights from the last one queued up. Here we go.
Here are your winners and the new Raw Tag Team Champions, The Miz and John Morrison.
A night and title change we will all remember for a very long time.
Talk about history in the making.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE United States Championship.
The Prince has arrived.
A decorated champion who has truly reinvented himself.
The first ever Universal Champion, a multiple-time Intercontinental Champion, NXT titles. What can't the Prince do?
Oh, it seems like year after year, Finn Balor just reaches greater heights in his career. You know, I don't know if it's just me, or does Finn Balor just keep getting cooler every year?
Saxton, when it comes to being cool, you are one man I will never ask. You can see the intense focus and drive in the eyes of Finn Balor.
When it comes to Finn Balor, it's always about competing at the highest of levels.
From the underground of New York City, Damian Priest has arrived.
Calm demeanor, but about to unleash chaos.
Damian Priest has a martial arts background, pure brawling power.
Damian Priest aims to live forever.
He's never scared of a fight. Not starting now.
Priest's rise is your demise. Beware the archer of infamy.
Introducing the challenger, from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds, Finn Balor! And introducing the champion, from New York, New York, weighing in at 249 pounds, he is the WWE United States Champion, Damian Priest!
This is all for the highly decorated United States Championship.
Harley Race, the inaugural champion, truly a tough man's title.
The United States Championship has a tremendous amount of history dating back
Let
to...
me stop you, Cole. We know the history. Tonight, this match is about the future. The United States Champion isn't focused on how he won it. He's focused on keeping it.
As much as
To the sky.
Splash! Is it enough? 2! No, shoulders up at 2!
At this point in the match, that could have gone either way.
Nothing fancy, but very effective.
And Priest fends him off. Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly.
Oh, foot just stomping down. Finn Balor's tenacity is something that's taken him to the top of NXT, to the top of WWE, the top of all the sports entertainment. With that in mind, Corey, how do you measure up against someone like that?
Tenacity is nice, but it doesn't translate to invulnerability. If you want to measure up against Balor, to use that persistence of his against him, you have to break him down. Plain and simple. Don't let up on your attack.
Look at this. He just tossed the leg.
Immense pressure being kept on Balor.
And there he is, just breaking down Balor, refusing to let up.
Look at the torque that Texas
And he's just in reach of the ropes and gets it to force the break.
The ropes become a competitor's best friend in desperate moments like that one.
Wards off that offense from Priest.
Snapmare takedown. Jumping double stomp.
Hits him with the counter.
Knees meet face.
Just turn that around.
Scooped up, tilt-a-whirl slam.
He's turning the tables.
Priest dodges out of that.
Oh, Finn Balor with the overhead kick.
Moved out of the way.
Nobody home.
Falcon arrow.
Oh, Balor with the counter. Placed into the corner.
Solely focused on punishing the leg.
And this might not have a pleasant ending.
Planted face first.
Just stomping every single part of his body.
Catapulting down on the opponent. He's heading up top.
Thinking big.
From the top. But he doesn't connect.
reversal. There's a neck breaker.
The challenger is not in a great place.
They've definitely taken their lumps at this point. Their opponent is not messing around.
Has it hooked. Hit the lights.
Can't be. Will the reign continue?
Is it enough? The cover. And a kick out. No one saw that coming.
That's how much winning this title means. To give everything you've got.
I don't know how much you can have left after that, but you've got to be impressed.
That was the best weapon in the arsenal, but it wasn't enough to produce an end result. Priest gets countered.
And that might be the start of the momentum swing Balor needed.
Yeah, he's able to stop that surge dead in its tracks.
At this juncture, you have to wonder if these superstars can keep up this pace.
They're certainly being taken into the deep waters now.
From way up, nobody home.
Bam! Here's the pin to retain.
1, 2, 3. And the champ retains.
That match deserves another look, folks.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE United States Champion, Damian Priest.
And with the results of this battle plain to see on their face, at least they can say they won the match.
They're a
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Raw Women's Championship.
Well, you're looking at the future right here.
Cole Byron's like the EST of the commentary team.
The worst?
The dumbest, the ugliest.
Hey, those are dumb examples. Watch what you say.
WWE Universe, you are looking at a superstar who is simply blessed to be the best. Just naturally better than everybody else, even when only doing the bare minimum.
Well, you talk about some of that natural athletic talent, Corey. Bianca's been exceptional her entire life. She earned all SEC and All-American honors in track and field at the University of Tennessee. And if you just ask her, she'll tell you why she's better than everybody else.
You got eyes, Byron. You understand. A freak in the weight room, a beast in the ring. Bianca Belair can do it all.
And she's got a lethal hair whip.
Yeah, the man never stops running her mouth, but she's got a bad habit of backing it up.
Becky's about to stake her claim as the man.
Yeah, I don't see her claim being denied here tonight.
Introducing the challenger from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair. And introducing the champion from Dublin, Ireland, the Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch.
As you heard, Raw Women's Championship being defended here.
I can honestly tell you there's only one question on these women's minds right now. Who will walk out of here the face of WWE's flagship women's division? I imagine they each have very different answers.
This is how you punish your opponent. Oh, man. Becky is dismantling that arm.
How about another? Stomping down. And Bianca turning around. Look out. Heads out of the ring, but needs to be mindful of the referee's count here. Down with a suplex. She gets Becky with a counter. Wow, what a strike to the back. Boom, face first.
3. She's looking highly motivated, getting hyped up.
Gut kick.
Nothing fancy there.
Corey, Becky is known for great toughness. How can one measure up to compete with that?
Look, Lynch isn't impervious to pain, but can you out-tough her is the question. You need to absorb punishment just as well as you can dish it out when facing the man.
Challenger's a little worse for wear now.
Ooh, stinging kick.
She returns the favor there.
And another counter.
Got their opponent out. Snake eyes.
Oh, God, Lynch looking to destroy the arm.
Oh, look at Becky.
Manhand.
The champion into the cover. Power storm after 2.
If she keeps the pressure on, the next one might do it.
Belair now trying to capitalize.
Oh, man, check out this power.
Here's the pin, title on the line.
Still only got one.
She's not done yet, but you have to believe that she's still in all sorts of trouble here.
Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly.
The champ.
Oh, what's coming here? Submission move being applied.
Trouble! In trouble! Tap out! She's got a tap! A single leg camel clutch and a great counter. Ooh, she just turned it around. And a drop kick. Picture perfect. And Lynch is all fired up now.
Bianca unable to find breathing room.
Elbow drop.
Piercing.
Ooh, that foils Lynch.
Bianca's finally able to slow all that incoming offense.
Yeah, Bianca's survival instincts are taking over. 3. Now she's allowing the WWE Universe to simply soak it all in.
4.
Oh, that can rock you.
Got their opponent out. Snake eyes.
man, check out this power.
Such incredible power on display. Top rope. 50. Gonna see a new champ. Coming. 2.
We almost had a new champion.
This is complete insanity.
Still holding on to the title by the skin of their teeth.
I don't know if Belair has ever been more shocked in her career. That was not at all what she was expecting.
Listen to this place. It's electric. For the win. 2 count.
The champion retains.
These ladies put on quite a show. Here's another gander.
Here is your winner and still the Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch.
And she walks away with a big win.
This one felt special from the moment the bell rang. We knew it was going to be a show.
Yeah, it really lived up to all the expectations. Welcome to the Uso Penitentiary. It's Viking time!
You win these, you make a case as one of the best teams ever.
Smackdown Tag Team Championships are up for the taking in this Tornado Tag Team match. We are kicking this one off with Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. And in the other corner, they will be dealing with Eric and Ivar.
This is the ultimate test of a tag team, and for the ultimate prize as well. Tag Team Championship gold.
Saxton, you hit it on the head. These teams are going to be put to the test here, not just physically, but mentally as well. And in the end, there will only be one team going home with championship gold.
Elbow drop. Here's the pin, title on the line. 1, 2, just kicks out.
Just barely, but it counts.
Lariat.
Oh, knee to the face.
That's gonna hurt.
The champ getting put on the back foot here.
Clothesline. Good grief.
And Eric with the counter.
Kick right to the back of the leg.
Gets him with the counter.
And Eric escapes danger. Lands an elbow. And Jey saw it coming.
And he denies Ivar. He leaves the ring and there's no countouts in this one. And misses on the springboard. Elbow smash. Just carrying the opposition anywhere they want. Boom, what a kick. Oh, man, taking it to the trachea.
From the top.
Oh, misses the mark.
Nicely done.
Carefully measured knee drop.
Able to get the advantage here.
An agile escape.
Nasty knee. That'll break his arm. Vicious.
Great job refocusing to reverse that.
Kick to the gut.
Into a neck breaker. Champ taking the worst end of the exchange. Spin kick to the midsection. And he's able to reverse. Stomping. Ouch. Oh, vicious knee to the face. No here, Cody. Camera clutch locked in.
Well, this isn't going to win the fall, but it's going to do a lot of damage.
Oh, jeez. Slipped right underneath, and just like that, he's out of the hold. What a German suplex. What the leg? Oh, impressive counter. Oh, right to the kidneys. Golly.
Soaring.
Moved out of the way. Perhaps thinking about what to do next here. Uh-oh. No! Camel drop.
He's looking to completely render this leg.
Ivar. Set up. Samoa driver.
The title's going nowhere. Kiss your dreams. Good night.
And he'll leave the ring for this next stretch.
This puts the pressure back on the champion.
Can the champion respond with their back against the wall?
Justice down his most devastating offense, and you gotta be worried if he's thinking one more time will be the charm. Flapjack, way out there.
There's some power behind that punch.
Jey scrambles up the turnbuckle. Oh! Top rope. So splash. The title's in jeopardy here.
I think the paradigm has shifted. What a display of stamina. The champ showing they are truly worthy of this title.
But things might only get harder from here.
And I think to get the pinfall, you have to try that maneuver one more time. With the championship on the line. And a flying kick. Climbing to the top rope.
Somehow, some way, he is top rope.
Uso splash.
We can have a new champion.
There's two. Oh, my, that was close.
Guys, I thought we were getting a new champion there. Well, we might see a new champ here tonight.
Don't put the cart before the horse. The champ kicked top rope. Superstar showing great awareness of their opponent's repertoire.
The champ eyes look glazed over.
But how?
Based on what we just saw, I think this match is far from over.
Who knows what that kick out cost? The champ might be running on fumes.
And you can sense the desperation mounting as that last move couldn't finish things.
The admiration for these superstars is echoing throughout this arena right now.
Great reaction from Ivar. Shotgun knee strike.
Kick lands.
Oh, the champion into the cover. Oh, that'll break his arm. Vicious. Oh, and a kick
see.
Ivar could be one move away from ending things.
Ivar set up.
Samoa driver.
The champ will stay champ.
Look at this crowd. It's insane to retain the title.
And the champs stay the champs. What a title defense.
These guys gave everyone their money's worth. Here's another look.
Here are your winners, and still the Smackdown Tag Team Champions, Ivar and Eric the Viking Raiders.
An incredible win in this tornado tag match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
The Scottish Warrior is ready for battle.
Brandishing the King's blade.
This is a man who fought his way all the way to the top of WWE.
The Scottish Warrior outlasted 29 other superstars to win the 2020 Royal Rumble match and then carried that momentum all the way to WrestleMania, where he became WWE Champion.
Big matches are where this guy thrives, and competing for that title is about as big as it gets.
Nakamura always carries himself like a champion.
Effortless charisma on display. Shinsuke Nakamura, one of the most aggressive individuals I've ever witnessed. One of the all-time greats in the ring around the world.
There is no one quite like Nakamura.
A mixed martial artist, one of the most lethal strikers we've ever seen. And oh yeah, can make you submit in just about a heartbeat.
Introducing the challenger from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, Drew McIntyre. And introducing the champion from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the WWE Intercontinental Champion, King Nakamura!
continues the tradition of the highly coveted Intercontinental Championship.
Its holder is frequently considered by many as the hardest working champion in all of sports entertainment.
The WWE Intercontinental title on the line. Perhaps a new chapter will be written in this championship's long history.
For over 40 years, the WWE's best have competed for this title.
Winning the Intercontinental title has been a major milestone in some Hall of Fame careers, and well, it could be just that again here tonight. Oh, that's how you establish dominance.
Shot right between the eyes. Oh, he had the wherewithal to counter McIntyre.
Stomp it away.
How do you prepare for a showdown with someone like Drew McIntyre, who just charges straight into a fight?
Treat the Scottish Warrior as you would a charging bull. He might charge headstrong into an inopportune situation if you can plan correctly. Or you could catch Drew off guard with some innovative offense. Bottom line, be creative.
For the title. No, holy kick out.
This isn't even close to over. Nakamura is so elusive. Nail it by Nakamura. Look out. Into the axe kick. Drew fending him off.
He's got him in his grasp.
Digital Goose Rider.
Well-placed kick.
Nakamura style on display. Oh, look at these kicks. Well placed. Strikes.
Eesh. Oof. Ah. Oh.
Boom. Covered by the champ. 1, 2. Just gets the shoulder up.
And frustration might be starting to set in. Here it goes.
Sasha. A championship level move.
2. The champion thought that was it.
Just barely able to kick out. I thought the champ had it in the bag.
This is how much the championship means. You can see the sweat drip out of the challengers every pore.
But Nakamura will have to remain unflappable and continues his assault to end this. Able to capitalize on McIntyre's mistake. And he's able to counter. Caught with a clothesline. Now that'll do some serious damage. Big plans in mind from McIntyre.
Uh-oh. Future shock. Good night.
The champ's shoulders are down. 1, 2, 3, no!
He just won't give up.
Just punched him right in the mouth. Relentless.
Enough already. Nakamura was ready for that one.
Drop kick. McIntyre counters with power.
Oh, wow. This is impressive. This is crazy strength. Crashing down with a vertical suplex.
Claymore delivered. The title's in jeopardy here.
I think the paradigm has shifted.
Amazing.
I knew it would take more than that to put the champ away.
But just how much more is needed? The end could still be right around the corner.
McIntyre won't lose focus, though. He's got to remain as sharp as he was a few moments ago. You've got to wonder how much has been taken out of these superstars thus far.
And is there anything left?
Just punched him right in the mouth. Relentless.
Enough already.
Submission time. Just ripped punching away.
Drew McIntyre is in a bad way.
The Scottish psychopath could be the Scottish tap out.
Whoa, this is surprising, Byron.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why he would let him out. Looks like the champ is going to retain.
There's two.
Oh, he kicked out.
And look at the disbelief on the face of the champion.
They both know what's at stake. Neither competitor is going to lose easy here.
But you can rest assured, guys.
Perched up top.
He paid for that one.
Oh, man, big time.
Dishing out a suplex.
Oh, look at this. Headbutt. Now a pin for the championship. 1, 2. Kicks out.
Long 2.5 in the waning moments of this match.
The title might change hands.
Cover for the championship. The cover.
2, 3.
To our new champion, Drew McIntyre was just plain better tonight.
Corey, I think that may be the biggest win of that young man's career.
It's hard not to agree with you, Cole. It was an incredible victory.
Yeah, I mean, a hard-fought matchup. And that's a great show of respect. Tremendous sportsmanship. Gotta love it.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the 24/7 Championship.
Here comes Umaga. We're about to see a fight.
A multiple-time Intercontinental champion here in WWE. A truly terrifying blend of size, speed, and aggression.
And think about all the epic brawls we've seen Umaga involved in against the likes of both John Cena and Bobby Lashley. Umaga is on a mission here tonight.
Complete obliteration of anyone else in the ring. Well, here to prove himself on his own.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Well, he was insistent that he was the reason for all of Heavy Machinery's success. Did they actually have success?
Well, they did have success, but some would say that Tucker is just bitter and jealous of the accolades that Otis has learned.
Introducing the challenger from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 350 pounds, Umaga. And introducing the champion from Hubbard, Oregon, weighing in at 320 pounds, he is the 24/7 champion, Tucker.
The ref holding this title longer than you did, Saxton.
24/7 rules being temporarily suspended during this 24/7 championship defense.
Yeah, no sneaking up on the champ like you always try to do, Saxton.
Hey, it worked once.
Sharp elbows to the body, looking to fight his way out.
Got to find a way to get out of this. Oh, right to the throat. Umaga heads up. This is going to be nasty.
Umaga's gonna fly. What a Samoan splash.
Off into the pin. 2. And he powers out.
He got close there. It could be do or die time.
Oh, putting focus on the arm here.
That's using your head.
So much damage inflicted.
And Tucker with the instinct to counter.
First on the shoulders.
A backbreaker now. And the pressure on Tucker continues to mount. Uh-oh. Camel clutch is in.
Look at the torque.
Body it.
Gotta find a way out of the camel clutch. That'll do it.
Powerless position to be in right now. Shake your face after that one. What a smash!
That is just insulting.
What can the big man Tucker do here to get the advantage in this match?
I think Tucker needs to dig deep and call on his impressive amateur background. If he can surprise his opponent with some intelligent grappling, he could easily get the upper hand.
That unraveled on Umaga.
Series of reversals.
Here's the torture rack.
Racked up. Not finished yet.
Producing a trampling.
Ooh, sharp kick.
Oh, Tucky gets out of there.
Stop in the leg.
Put into the corner now.
Catapulting down on the opponent.
Covered by the champ. 1, 2. Breaks the close count.
Almost inhuman at this point.
Had that well scouted. Cover. 1, 2. No, he gets the shoulder up.
Really had less than a second to stay alive there.
From the top rope.
Oh, Samoan splash.
The champ's eyes look glazed over.
2. And they're still in this.
The title still hanging in the balance.
Resilience of a champion on display.
I think there is still some shock in the air over the fact that that didn't produce a pinfall.
He's burying elbows in the midsection.
Oh, what a right.
Yeah, that's some attitude behind it.
Oh, look at the impact here. Boom, boom.
Pummeling the chest of their opponent.
This is brutal. Endless blows.
And he's taking this to the outside now. Nito! Man, that hurts. Umaga with a reversal. Oh, God. Oh, caught him in the head.
First on the shoulders.
A backbreaker now. 3. What a smash.
That is just insulting.
4. Shifts it back onto him. 5.
Another reversal. Eye for an eye here. Oh, that might have just broken something.
Evil to reverse.
We'll slide back in the ring now.
The referee continues the count, may call it soon. Up Samoan drop.
Here's the pin, title on the line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And we have a new champion. Umaga wins the title.
This superstar picks up a huge victory here tonight. Much deserved, Michael.
Yeah, but I don't think his opponent is happy about losing here. I mean, he's got to be humiliated and embarrassed. He thought he was going to win this match.
Oh, I kind of did too.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
You are looking at a one-of-a-kind superstar. Former Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion, WWE Champion, plenty of hardware to back up his success.
Always on the hunt for glory. One of the most exciting and enduring competitors.
AJ Styles constantly upping his game.
Yeah, a superstar who works incredibly hard to be the absolute best in the game.
The Beast is here.
Emotionless, heartless, and hell-bent on absolute destruction. That, my friends, is the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar began his career dominating WWE, was nearly unstoppable in MMA, and has spent over a decade dominating the WWE landscape since returning.
Lesnar held the Universal title for 504 days, the longest WWE title reign in 30 years.
A man who has been virtually unstoppable.
Introducing the challenger from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles. And introducing the champion from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 295 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, Brock Lesnar.
is the richest prize our industry has to offer. This is the WWE Championship.
And gentlemen, this is what it's all about. The WWE Championship on the line in what should be a war to the finish.
This is what superstars grind and scrape and sacrifice for. The chance to be here in this position with this opportunity. One of these men is about to fulfill a lifelong dream.
Styles taking him by surprise. Sent right out of the ring. He leaves the ring, but he could lose this match by countout.
Lesnar moved.
Go behind. Nine.
Fighting the beast back.
The barricade.
Boom! Boom! He just punched him in the chest.
Face front off the barricade.
Reversal! What a counter! 6! Under the ropes and back into the ring. Need to hustle back to the ring.
Just a few seconds left.
Suplex! Launched.
The colossal clutch.
And the rope saving there.
But will he be able to last much longer?
Carefully placed stomp to the arm.
He deflects it right back. A drop kick from the middle rope.
Nicely done. Wow, springboard attack.
Takes another trip to the skies, and it pays off once again.
When Brock Lesnar gets in the ring, he usually has a single destination in mind for his opponent, Suplex City. Do you think we'll be taking a trip to the Beast Stomping Grounds tonight?
Like you said, Cole, I'm sure that's Brock's plan, but even if we don't make it all the way to Suplex City proper, I fully expect Brock to try and win the hometown advantage by forcing this to be his kind of fight.
And a counter by Styles. No, that'll break his arm. Vicious. Answering back.
Big punch finds its mark.
Suplex City.
AJ just experienced dominance personified, courtesy of the Beast incarnate.
Pin attempt for the championship. 1, 2. Almost ended it there.
And you gotta think he's just one final blow away from not kicking out next time. Byron, grab your little dog and warrior ant.
Bang!
I think the champ's got it.
2. A kick out by the challenger, keeping the championship dream alive.
I don't believe it. How did the challenger survive that?
By the skin of their teeth. And don't expect the champ to start going easy on him now.
And Brock is bewildered. Brock has no clue how that just happened.
Picked up.
Reverse DDT.
End of the road. AJ finds the mark.
The title might change hands. Shoulders down.
1, 2. Near fall.
That was a matter of a fraction of a second.
And just what else can AJ do right now? He got all of it, and it wasn't enough.
Springboard 450 splash. I love it. Gonna see a new champ.
Cover.
2, 3.
There it is. AJ Styles is your new champion.
And here's another peek at the moves you saw in that match.
Here is your winner and the new WWE Champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Truly a huge win for this superstar, or should I say, for the new champion.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Universal Championship.
Here comes the big dog.
He's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He's just the guy. And at this point in his career, that is flat out undisputable. The man who upholds the Anoa'i family legacy by any means necessary.
Roman Reigns always in tremendous physical condition, probably the best shape of his career, but now more dangerous, more dominant, and more focused than ever.
Will not relinquish his seat at the head of the table for anyone.
Roman Reigns looking to continue expanding his empire.
The era of Imperium.
A group that declares the ring is sacred.
A brutal army of mat technicians.
Byron, there's no doubt that every member of this group is an elite grappler that raises each other's game.
Yeah, when you look at Imperium, you look at a group that's not here for antics or here to entertain the WWE Universe. They are simply here for pure wrestling.
It's not about entertainment, it's about winning. It's about power, it's about dominance, and Imperium has done all of that.
This group has been unstoppable.
The champ has never looked more focused, laser focused on the task at hand.
Introducing the challenger from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, Roman Reings! And introducing the champion from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 297 pounds. He is the WWE Universal Champion, Walter!
Winning the Universal title makes you the guy in WWE.
The bell is rung, and you can feel the excitement in the air. The WWE Universe has been eagerly awaiting this match.
Well, with the Universal Championship up for grabs, history will be written here tonight. So you know we're seeing these competitors.
Wait a minute, setting in. Devastating submission coming.
Dragon sleeper applied.
Clever escape.
And fiery lariat. Reigns able to sidestep. Oh, man. Ooh, nice hip drop.
Just stomping every single part of his body.
Oh, that'll break his arm. Vicious.
Counter after counter.
Uh-oh, this is gonna be nasty. There's the power into the jackhammer. Cover! There's two! Pushes through after two. Not yet. Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly. Here's the pump handle. Suplex.
Launched.
Tossed into the corner.
Had an answer for the big dog.
Reciprocating the initial reversal.
Walter able to counter.
Hooked up. Nothing fancy there. Spinning Uranagi.
The big dog had that scouted.
And setting him up. Oh, the knee to the ace.
That's gonna hurt.
That hit connects from Roman Reigns.
Oh, that is going to leave a mark.
Reigns sizing up the target. Spear! We could have a new champion. Pin. 1, 2, 3.
WWE Universe Roman Reigns championship reign has begun.
That match deserves another look. Here we go.
Here is your winner and the new WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns!
can just feel it. Their championship dream has become reality.
What a stunning moment. These superstars gave everything they had, but the new champ